How's everyone doing? Welcome to a mobile episode of Random Crypto. Let's start off with a brief disclaimer. As you guys know, I am not a financial advisor. Everything that I say is just my own opinion, so please don't use anything that I say as financial advice. So what we're going to talk about today is Tera. Tera was a project that I looked over the weekend, and it had a couple of interesting factors. The first one is their transaction speeds. They're saying that they're going to have 3-second transaction times, which is pretty interesting, and also that they're going to have one block created every second. They're contributing these speeds to also help prevent 51% attack and DDoS attacks. But as we kind of all know, as long as you have a big enough wallet or deep enough pockets, you can just run some hashing power up on NiceHash and 51% attack almost anything. Next is how they're having their nodes aligned. They're saying that currently with the blockchain structures, they're kind of like in a star mesh topology, which is just all chaos and anywhere and everywhere. Tera is saying that they're going to have their nodes aligned structurally somehow, that they're going to give you, I can only assume, is like a path to least resistance scenario when you're requesting data or information. How it's going to do that, I didn't quite stumble across. I don't know what kind of algorithm they're going to be using to accomplish this, but I'm assuming it's all going to be done virtually in the back end. But that's pretty interesting. Other than that, from what I've read, the project is fairly new. It hit its highest point over the weekend and actually just recently took a dip. It was up at 2 cents over the weekend and was kind of holding strong until today, unfortunately. It's currently, I think, at 1 cent. The project is fairly new. It came out, from what I read, in October of last year, but only hit the markets in May of this year. So it's only been on the markets for a couple months and it's fairly new. It's almost coming around to about a year. And everything as far as the roadmap goes, there wasn't too much other than that it's saying that everything's going to happen in 2019. I'm a little disappointed because it's not structured better, like a quarter 1, quarter 2, or quarter 3. So I'm honestly not really sure how attainable these goals are. It's an interesting project, and actually what the project wants to do besides all this stuff is help you build dApps using Java on the blockchain. What blockchain? I'm honestly not sure because I didn't see where that was noted. I don't know if they're going to be using the Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Litecoin or anything else, or are they going to create their own? But I think I read somewhere that it's a 256 algorithm, so it's possibly going to be built off of some type of blockchain technology. It's also mineable, which I thought was interesting, but when I looked into it, you kind of have to build a node. I'm not really a node guy. I'm more of a GPU miner. Give me a batch file that I can kind of make some tweaks to and then just get my stuff up and running, and I'm off to the races. With a node, it's a little more cumbersome. If you don't have the equipment, you can rent some storage, or you can rent a virtual machine, I think on Amazon or Google, and it's probably a lot more reliable than having your own gear because it's commercial and industrial. They have backups and redundancies, but I'd rather just kind of maintain my own gear and stuff like that. That's just me personally, but if anyone is interested, Tera is mineable, but you just have to build a node for it. Past that, I didn't see anything else too much about the project. It seems kind of nice. I'm not too much of a Java guy, and I know there's other languages, so it's more or less just a tool, and I think it's cool because at least it's out there. I'm not really a developer, so I don't really know which are the hip languages out there. I know Java is huge, along with C++, but the fact that it's out there, it's pretty interesting. So let's see, anything else? I didn't see anything interesting in the news today, but yesterday I saw that the Singapore Stock Exchange is going to be backing a Ethereum-based security token, which is always pretty cool. I'm always for more adoption, so that just kind of tells me that everything is just still going along in the ways of adoptions. I don't think we've hit mass adoption yet, but we're coming close. Maybe next year. There honestly may not even be a technically mass adoption. It just might be a slow adoption, and then eventually it'll just be adopted. So everyone keeps hoping for mass adoption, and I just don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be a gradual adoption, and then one day it'll just be in play, and it'll just be the norm. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us are. Well, alright guys, I think I've talked enough, and I've pretty much run out of things to say, and while I'm stopped, I'm going to cut it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk